and everything else, that a lot of the detail in the sky is obscured by that light. And when you get out somewhere in the middle of the countryside and there's not so much light around, I was talking with Paul, our church warden, just before when we were first arriving, and he's just saying, imagine the people in biblical times when there wasn't that level of light pollution. That would have been the norm for them to see the sky like that. Absolutely. How incredible that would have been. And so there's so much in the Bible that's written by that. You can understand why, because they would have been out at that, they would have looked up and they would have appreciated it far more than we're able to here.
That's amazing, that, especially when you think of the creation narrative as well, because in many other societies at that time, the stars were, gods. They were considered divine. But then in the creation story, it's God who creates them and puts them in the sky. Yeah. And it's just an incredible, absolutely incredible. These things that seem so amazing, but they're not as amazing as God. Yeah. So there we go. But He has made a wonderful creation. He certainly has. Yeah. So
just saying,
amazing. Just having a look at the any comments? We're back on. Good stuff. Yeah, I will keep going. And so, right, you remember last week we spoke about in the service about what did we speak about last week? That's the one, Alan. Freedom in Christ. It's a good thing he wasn't, I can't remember what I did yesterday. I'll be absolutely honest with you, but it was freedom in Christ. And now we are going to round off our Fruits of the Spirit series, aren't we, Alan? With
Life by the Spirit
there you
today.
Go.
Yeah, thank you. Gosh, you put me on the spot. I was just checking. I was
kind of going.
I
was trying that, but you were concentrating.
I think we lost the feed for a moment or two then, but it's come back again.
Oh, it's come back again. Oh, that is good. So we're back on, guys.
Yeah.
So life by the Spirit. That is what we will be looking at today. So you're going to be talking a bit about that. I'm looking forward to that.
I think it's really kind of just the roundup of all the weeks of the fruit of the Spirit that we've been looking at, and just bringing that all together and offering some reflections on what we've been learning week by week during that time, and some of the things that have really stood out for me. There's no getting away from the fact that it's just been crazy testing times, hasn't it? And even now, I mean, it seems to be the sort of pubs versus schools seems to be the latest one, doesn't it? Do we open the pubs or do we open the schools? I wonder what people out there would think. What would you go for? Would you go for open the pub or open the school? It's a big decision to make, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
We make fun, of course, but it's quite a serious issue, really, that we're grappling with as a country at the moment. But hopefully things will improve a little bit. Good morning to people arriving at the back of church in the social area. And just a reminder, actually, this is the virtual social area. If you're just joining us, we had a little bit of an interruption in the service a few moments ago, so if you put messages on the link, they'll be on the old link now because another one's just appeared. So hopefully you're re-finding us and joining in again, and just put your greetings on there, say hi. The virtual sort of social area of church. It's great if you're able to just to share that. One of the things I think we're really keen to do, aren't we, Adam, is to keep people connected together.
Oh, yes. Yeah. People have been every week that we've been live streaming, people have always commented about how appreciative they are that we've been able to do this. And I think that's a testament to the work you put in, Alan. So, very well done there, because as clergy, it's a very strange thing, or anyone leading a service. In fact, sometimes you're putting out, but unless you're receiving that feedback, people saying that this is really working for us, then we don't know. And so actually, it's been really lovely every week to see all the comments to say how much they appreciate the service. It's the highlight of the week, and with Holy Grounds as well, it's exactly the same thing. Because when you're on a long slog as well of a lot of services, I think it's easy to forget that as well. And so thank you so much for that, because we're all human, and we're all finite, and we all get tired. But thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Every single week you've all been marvelous. You've all been
great.
Marvelous.
Yeah.
You really
and the thing is, people if you remember back to, when we were in full lockdown and the church was closed, we said, people say, no, the church is closed, and we say, no, the church is open.
Yes.
We might have closed the building, but the church is open in all our homes.
Yes.
Yeah, you might remember those times. And now, obviously, the church is open, but there's a few more obstacles towards people coming and joining in, and everything else at church still. Obviously, while we're in this phase of being careful, we don't want the virus to start increasing, then we understand that for many that will still mean joining on the live stream, which is fine, and we'll keep on doing that.
Oh yes, I think this period has really changed the way we see what it means to be church, but also from what it means to put services on for people as well. I think live streaming is definitely the future. I would say. This you should see this setup. It's incredible. We've got a computer system down here at the front, and we've got all the sound sorted out, and then up there on the AV desks at the back of church as well on the balcony. And it's just, it's a great technical achievement, and all of the scenes you're seeing on the camera, that's all coming through an iPhone. It's just marvelous, isn't it, what we can do now?
Yeah.
and it just looks great. I'm just so happy with how it's turned out. Yeah. Oh, we got Joanne Quayle. Good morning, Joanne. Good to have you with us.
Good morning.
And Christine, hello again. And Sheila, hello. It's good